get things going here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway 2022. Here we go.
Rolling.
Power's got that inside line where it's a little wetter. Palou is on the outside where it seems somewhat drier.
Hi Indycar fans, welcome to Formula Pun Racer. Today is May 17th, 2022. Today I give you my review on the GMR Grand Prix, which occurred back on May the 14th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. It was an amazing and unpredictable race, and rain would undoubtedly be a deciding factor in this outcome. With all the drivers initially starting on rain tires, it seemed like a good idea at the very beginning, but when it became clear that the track was drying up at this point, by lap 3, most if not all the drivers started ducking into the pits to switch from rain to dry tires. By lap 4, Patricio Ward would inherit the lead from pole sitter Will Power, and Alex Palou of Spain, who started second, had already fallen back to pit. ColtonHerta was already on Patricio Ward's tail at this point, and the most amazing move of the race would occur when ColtonHerta was chasing Patricio Ward for the lead. He went into a Tokyo Drift slide going into one of the corners and miraculously managed to save his car and continue on. Quite the miracle for ColtonHerta, knowing he started 14th and would ultimately take the lead of the race from Patricio Ward. Unfortunately, one lap after Colton made his amazing slide, Alex Palou, who went in leading the championship over Scott McLaughlin by 3 points, his fragile championship lead evaporated when the damp surface caught him out and he spun out. He would continue on, though, one lap down.
Aww.
By lap 15, ColtonHerta was still leading the race, and there were still some drivers slipping and sliding about throughout the race course. But as for Team Penske driver JosefNewgarden of Nashville, Tennessee, I could say, though, that his chances of having a good run evaporated when he got sandwiched between Alexander Rossi of Andretti Autosport and Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan driver Jack Harvey. Both his rear tires blew out, and some of the flowers in JosefNewgarden definitely withered away. Game over for the Nashville native, whose chances got nicked.
Game over, yeah!
As the race reached lap 35, the leaders of the race started cycling through for their pit stops. Unfortunately, as for PNC Bank driver Scott Dixon, his hopes of finishing in the top 10 evaporated when his strategy to stay out one lap longer made him run out of fuel on his way back to the pits. So, just like PNC Bank, it's unfortunate that his strategy hit bankrupt. On that very same lap, even though it only happened just once, Tatiana Calderon of Colombia, driving for AJ Foyt Racing, led her very first Indycar lap.
Shut up!
Now, you're probably wondering, why am I all of a sudden wet? Because this race ended on a wet note, alright? By lap 62, the rains, which were already coming for the race, had gotten so bad that instead of an 85-lap race, the officials changed the racing ending to a 20-minute timed race. So with that said, the drivers started scurrying for the pits to get new tires, most of them rain, no doubt. But in the end, it was ColtonHerta who managed to hold off Simon Pagenaud of Meyershank Racing and Will Power of Team Penske for third to win the IMS Grand Prix. Congratulations, ColtonHerta. It's official. You came up on top. Third time's a charm with your aggressiveness, and no doubt about it, you beating all the others to the finish line, you definitely hurt a lot of their pride. Man, I wish I had his looks. By the way, Lelouch v. Britannia, you'll be glad to know on Japan's behalf that the Japanese car manufacturer Honda has taken its first IndyCar race win of the season. After 4 races in a row won by Chevy, it's now Honda's turn to shine. But will they also shine at the next round, which is at the same course, the Indianapolis 500, on May 29th? The 106th running awaits. In fact, as of this recording, practice for the greatest race in the world has already begun, which you can catch on Peacock. I'll send you the schedule for the rest of the other sessions at the end of this video. But also to get back to the GMR Grand Prix, or Indianapolis Grand Prix as I like to put it, people will have mixed opinions about the weather and how it was handled and how there was more time under yellow than there was for green, because like, not just because of the rain, but the fact that the officials took their sweet time getting the cars cleared up and to get back to green. Like, that has to be addressed, and like, they got to move it, because we didn't pay to watch a race that was mostly under yellow. We came to watch cars jostle for position, and what are we getting? Just a parade under a pace car. Not fun at all. Let's just hope the Indy 500 is not this way either. And it doesn't help either that Peacock once again botched up what they promised us. Like, commercials galore, not even side-by-side coverage, and no post-race interviews either on Peacock, which I was watching on Peacock, and like, just like Barber Park, they did it again. Shame on you, Peacock. You have to fix that up. You definitely ruffled my feathers, all right. I would say, when you do things that are incorrect like this, the bird is not the word. Hopefully, you will do much better with the Indianapolis 500. No doubt about it. Some people also complain about the aero screen being put to the ultimate test, being raced in the rain. Connor Daly, who finished 5th, said he couldn't see a doggone thing out there, not even any lights through all that rooster tailing that the water kicked up behind the rear tires of each car. But when you're in the lead, you hardly have anything to worry about. Some people should say they should put Rain-X on the aero screens in the rain, or get windshield wipers. Seems like a good idea, but I'm sure the idea of how to address driving in raining conditions with a Red Bull engineered aero screen will be addressed. After all, when all is said and done, like I said earlier, that even though the Indy 500 is now at a full 33 entry list, unfortunately, it is going to be a race with no female drivers in it at all. Yeah, I know it sucks that there's no female racers in this year's Indy 500. The first time since 2020 that's been the case. I was hoping it would continue. Hopefully next year. And to think this year marks the 30th anniversary of the first time I ever watched the Indianapolis 500 on TV. The same year renowned for Al Unser Jr. winning the closest finish in Indy history over Scott Goodyear of Canada, with Al's late father, Al Unser Sr., finishing a distant 3rd, giving Buick its best Indy 500 finish yet.
Where's Marcus?
Ah, yes, MarcusEricsson. Despite the fact that he had a tangle with Graham Rahal in the early stages of the race, he still managed to claw his way up the leaderboard to finish a fighting 4th. With Husky Chocolates being his sponsor, we can be sure that his sponsors are feeling sweet as Swedish as the Swedish driver himself. Go Marcus! Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe with your friends and family and get them to subscribe as well. Could always use the support to Formula Pun Racer. To stay up to speed with all the latest racing news in Formula 1 and IndyCar racing, as well as seeing me put a humorous spin on it all. I'll leave you now with the upcoming TV schedule for practice, qualifying, and of course, the race itself, the Indianapolis 500, which takes place on May 29th. Better get packing for the greatest race in the world. See you on race day, everyone. And I hope to see a lot of you at the track, like you, Paul Page, David Land on YouTube, who inspired me greatly, as well as many, many other racing fans, to see the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500. So long, everyone. I'm Aaron Cylinder, firing on all cylinders.